the Hatfield PHL17 kitchen.
All right, take a look at this delicious and nutritious spread. You know that eating healthy foods is good for you, mind and body, but did you know it can help you protect the environment too? Here to teach us all about making informed food choices, nutritionist Katie Gunter from Philabundance. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here because, you know, March, we're kicking off the month of March, and I don't think many people know, but it's National Nutrition Month.
Yes.
And every year it has a theme, and this one is Fuel for the Future.
Yes, that's right. So this year is actually the 50th anniversary of National Nutrition Month.
Oh, wow.
Which is set by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Yeah, so every year has a theme, and this year's theme is Fuel for the Future. So
what does that really mean?
So it means, you know, not only trying to eat healthy today, tomorrow, for the rest of your life to have a good quality of life, but also to help the environment as well.
Okay. I love that because, you know, sometimes you can make a lot of food choices.
That's right.
And so let's talk about making those food choices. What does it mean when food is sustainable?
Yeah, so for food to be sustainable, that means it can mean a bunch of different things. You know, that it's grown locally, in your own backyard, or you pick it up from a farmer's market, food that doesn't have to travel too far, right? And also, you know, having variety in your diet, such as getting your protein from both animal and plant sources. We know that consuming plant-based proteins such as tofu, beans, nut butters, nuts and seeds, things like that positively impacts the environment.
Okay, and how can an average person, you know, like myself, who's not necessarily nutritionally informed, I would definitely agree with that statement, how can I include sustainable food in my diet?
Yeah, so one thing that is very common that often dietitians will say is eat the rainbow. So you want to have a wide variety of foods in your diet.
Okay.
You know, so the more beautiful the color is, the more rich the color is, the more nutrients that it has. Getting foods from both animal and plant sources. Like I said, eating locally. Just, you know, keeping your diet interesting, and also, you know, eating things.
Because, you know, sometimes, not necessarily for me, but my kids, when I look at their plate and it's got French fries, pasta, and then pirate's booty, we're really missing out on the colors there.
Right, that's right.
Color. Why should we care about sustainable foods for the environment?
It's so important. So we know that, such as consuming beef, the cow farming that produces a lot of different gases that negatively impact the environment versus the beans and the vegetables and the plant-based proteins don't have that effect.
Right, so if you mix it in, you're not saying totally avoid those type of foods, mix it in, become a little bit more sustainable.
Exactly.
Philabundance, you guys are obviously taking part in National Nutrition Month, and we've got a Healthy Pantry initiative.
Yes, that's right. So my role at Philabundance, I get to implement the Healthy Pantry initiative. It is a program of Feeding PA, who we work closely with. And so the whole point of the Healthy Pantry initiative is to increase the amount of healthy foods that our community partners are receiving and distributing to the community, but also encouraging our guests to consume these foods as well and feel empowered to, you know, cook for themselves.
I love that. So here we have, are these some good foods for healthy eating?
Yes, so these are common foods that you would often see when you go to a food pantry. Philabundance has what we call a good food policy, where we are trying to highlight the nutritionally dense foods such as fresh fruits and vegetables, but then also canned fruits and vegetables are often a great option for people.
Right,
you know,
sometimes people think if it's in a can, it's not good.
Exactly, yeah. You know, they look for cans that are low sodium or packed, the fruit that's packed in 100% juice. Those are great options.
Okay.
But here on the table, I have some cultural items that our guests are often looking for, such as lentils and these noodles here that are common in the Asian community, and then as well as things as oils and spices are super needed by our community. So if you're looking for ways to help your community, donating oils and spices, is a great way.
Including for Philabundance. Okay, where can people go for more information on Philabundance?
Yeah, so for more information on Philabundance, you can head to our website at philabundance.org, where you can look for volunteer opportunities as well as ways to donate food and money as well.
I love that. Okay, thank you so much, Katie. It's National Nutrition Month, so let's start thinking about nutritionally and sustainable foods. Thank you so much, Katie.
Thank you.
And the last ever Blockbuster